welcome you guys back. Welcome back, everybody, to game number 1. This is a best out of 1. It's a tiebreaker. You didn't miss the group. You did miss the group stage match, I should say, between Vici Gaming and Tongfu. We now have a 3-way tie for last place or second place, however you want to look at it. All of these teams dead even, 1 and 2 when it comes to overall games, and then 2 and 4 when it comes to overall matches. Because Vici Gaming did something that was very unexpected, they 2-0 Tongfu in the group stage match, and because they're already set up and at the studio, they're going to play first in the 3-way tiebreaker. The winner of this game will play MUFC, and if that team wins against MUFC, they move on. If not, we go to the final tiebreak match, and MUFC gets a shot to play the team that didn't win the first match. And if MUFC loses that match, well, then we have another 3-way tie, and we'll see exactly when the next round of tiebreakers are played, if they are, and how they're decided. We were told that they'll keep on playing the tiebreakers out, but then Hippovic, the Chinese admin, maybe trolling in the chat, actually said something along the lines of, well, maybe it'll come down to something very random. I think he was just messing with us, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll cross that bridge if we come to it. For right now, I'm LD. I'm joined by Winter. And Winter, this is going to be interesting for Tongfu. They just got smashed by Vici Gaming that game, too. They did go for a bit of not an all-in lineup, but a lineup that just had to have a good start. They didn't have one. They're going for a more balanced approach this game with the Anti-Mage and Magnus pickups.
Yeah, and I want to say that they also swapped over their drafters. How is back on the drafting seat instead of Long DD.
Interesting. I wonder if there's some turmoil within this team.
Yeah, there was something I said before, apparently in Skype over to you, where something could have happened among the teammates, because I knew that Long DD as a person, he's quite aggressive and probably a bit emotional, and when they lose a game like this with him drafting sort of stuff that don't fit into the team, there might be some serious team discussion after the game, and you could see here as a result of it how it's back into the drafting seat.
And let's also not forget, Long DD is much newer to this group of players, as you know, as with this 5-man roster, whereas Hao, Sangsheng, and Mu have been playing together for a long time, so that's sort of your core members for Tongfu, and you know, maybe it was just the majority vote. We want to go with Hao. We want to go back to someone who knows the rest of the team a little bit better and has played with them as a group a little bit longer. Vici Gaming, they're up against Anti-Mage. They don't really have any stuns, but what they have is an illusion army, and they get a pretty early Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, it's going to be using a minus armor strat against the Anti-Mage, where he's particularly weak against, and I think that it's going to be, is it going to be SF plus? There's still TA in the pool though. I don't know if anyone will pick it up. But Tongfu definitely not going to pick up the TA.
That's a great idea to update the stream title. They might pick the TA, but no, they're not going to. Like, they go for the Mu Night Stalker. They get a very strong controller though, and they have Night Stalker and Magnus. If these two have a good start, Anti-Mage is just going to have a free farm game. He'll have a lot of space available if they get off to a fast start. And
it'll be interesting to see how does the Shadow Demon do. How does he prove himself to be a threat against the Anti-Mage all the time in the team fights?
Yeah, let's see. What are going to be the bans now? Tongfu, absolutely no supports. They ban out the Chen. They don't want that mid-game death ball. They don't want that mech to fuel the...
Actually, VG banned out the Chen.
That's what I meant to say, yeah. They don't want the Night Stalker to have the Hand of God aiding them when they're tower diving. They don't, and the thing is with Tongfu's lineup, Night Stalker can just zone all the enemy heroes away from the towers, and if Chen's there with creeps, he could push them down. And then once those towers fall, Anti-Mage has more room to farm. So I think it's smart to ban these junglers out. Supports have to be the focus here, especially for Vici Gaming.
Yeah, because Tongfu have all their first, second, and third row heroes out already, and you have to ban out the supports right now. If you're VG, whoever supports, they are particularly effective against with the Tongfu lineup.
Wow, this is a bit of a divergence for Vici Gaming. The one thing I'll say is the Shadow Fiend did not work very well for them previously to this game. Will they have better luck this time around?
Did they use it against MUFC? No, MUFC used it against them.
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of the other match we had today.
Yeah, I think I was feeling a bit weird because I don't remember any.
There was no Shadow Fiend. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's all a big blur at this point. And we'll see more of MUFC today. No matter what, they're actually heading back into the studio now. For them, this has to be a little bit frustrating in a sense, because, like, sure you got 2-0'd, but still you expect Tongfu's at least going to take one game off Vici Gaming, and with that, they would have had a guaranteed third-place seat at worst. But, you know, maybe not in the right mindset. They're going to have to get warmed up. I think they're arriving at the studio as we speak, and they do have some PCs there to help them prepare. But we'll talk about MUFC later. The rest of this draft, Tongfu actually banning out the Leshrac this game. They just don't want to deal with that hero after how well it was played in game number 2 by Fenrir in the group stage match.
Yeah, but like what you said, blindfolded split-offs.
Really? Yeah, and he might as well have been spinning around in circles, getting dizzy, and still landing them. It's like a fadeaway jumper kind of split earth. It didn't matter. And they're blanding all the strong setup heroes that go well with the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, you know what you're trying to say. You're just trying to say that he's just dead accurate with the split-off.
He was playing pretty sick that game.
Yeah.
Vici Gaming, they desperately need stuns here. They really have nothing. The Beastmaster, a hero that I'm sure they would like to get their hands on this game. Will they go for it?
And I hope to see more AoE. I want to see something more than the vacuum Become of Souls.
And that's a great point. It's not only heroes that combo well with Shadow Demon, it's also heroes that combo well with Darkseer's Vacuum in the mid game. And if you hit that Vacuum plus Split Earth or Light Strike Array, and Shadowfeet unloads a Requiem, everybody melts.
And I don't want the game like the other game where MUFC they picked Shadowfeet and he didn't even use Requiem the whole game. He was just right-clicking everybody. Right-clicking all the way.
Will we even see the Requiem this game? It's an interesting question.
I hope we do because there's a vacuum.
Oh boy. What is Vici Gaming going to have their eyes on? I mentioned the Beastmaster. It is available. So they don't want the minus armor combo. They don't want the meld plus presence of the Dark Lord for the anti-mage. So they ban out the TA. But that leaves some other good controllers. I mentioned the Beastmaster, but what else could we see if not that?
I think the Beastmaster is far more the more effective one right now, because there's only either Beastmaster or Bat Rider or Night Stalker. These are the 3 primary tempo controllers in the game right now, which are pretty much favored by all the teams. And I don't think there's any much more heroes that could replace that role.
Everybody's rushing to adopt Vici Gaming as their native team now. It's someone saying, "Oh, minus armor, Sharky, where are you? Vici Gaming is stealing your plan." Oh boy! So Slardar Shadow Demon +1, actually a very strong tri-lane. Shadow Fiend mid does decently against Night Stalker, especially if he's pulled some regen, and then the offlane Darkseer. He may even just go to the jungle, but he can harass Anti-Mage quite a bit in the lane.
You know, it might be a Shadow Fiend on the safe lane against the Magnus and the Darkseer in the mid lane against Night Stalker. And Slardar
offensive tri-lane.
Offensive tri-lane. It might be that.
Is that Slardar the offensive tri-lane? He's decent with Shadow Demon to set him up, but even there, I still feel like he's not really the best hero. And one thing he really needs is a lot of levels. You want to get that quick amplified damage. You want to max out your sprint and your crush.
The thing is, there's no Lina and Leshrac anymore, so I don't know who they'll pick up as the follow-up stun after the disruption. Lina and Leshrac are always the stronger ones that you prefer all the time, but Tongfu already banned out both of them, and I want to see what VG uses to replace that void that's left in their team right now.
It is a hole in the team right now. Rubik picked up by Tongfu. Finally, we see the Rubik coming out. It's just been...
Yeah. These 2 teams are not a big fan of Rubik.
They're not. They should be, but they're not.
Yeah, but if you're not DK, maybe you shouldn't be a big fan of Rubik.
He's still a good hero, even if Dai's not playing him. I think that's a little exaggeration.
Yeah, I'm just a very big fan of his Rubik. He really played extremely well the other day.
I'm really trying to think of... Yeah, me too. He's played amazingly well. I'm really trying to figure out what's left that they're going to have their eyes on is that support. The options are quite...
VS, more...
Oh, Enigma. Oh, man. That's a scary team fight. It also gives them the hero that can build the mech. And the one thing for Tongfu's lineup, very good ganking, good mid-game map control, but not really a dominating offensive tri-lane. I don't know that they're going to be able to punish this Enigma pick as much in the laning stage as you would like to.
But one of the main weakness VG Gaming here has is it's going to be very difficult for them to kill the anti-mage. There's only Crush. Maleface is not really that effective unless you want to blow the black hole every time on him.
They do also have mass illusions. Let's not forget that. They've got the mass illusions. They've
Mass
also got
illusion.
the... And this does give them another stun. You can Manta out of Malefice, but hey, it's 2 extra stuns, the Black Hole and the Malefice, which can make the difference in this game. Tongfu already had a lot of crowd control. The one thing, though, Tongfu picked up the Rubik, so they could steal that Black Hole. They could steal the Disruption as well and create their own anti-mages. All sorts of interesting mechanical shenanigans that could happen in this game.
Yeah, and you have never been forgetting the illusions thing. Every time you see it, you have to mention it.
Who could ever forget them? I mean, after what we saw with the Phantom Lancer.
Illusion Wars. Is really gonna be all about illusions?
Isn't it always? Isn't that the story of this tournament? Illusion Wars? It does feel like it is. And Prophet is the last pick. He combos very well with this lineup, the Anti-Mage and the Night Stalker.
Yeah, they have to stick push.
And it sounds like a party in the office for you.
Sorry, hold on. Give me 10 seconds.
Okay.
I'll be right back really quickly.
Well, I'll mute him just for 10 seconds or so. And Long DD is going to take the Prophet this game, so not going to Hao. Hao will be on the Anti-Mage this time around. And I think it's a hero that suits him much better. Long DD is much more used to playing that Prophet, and it's not a one-position Prophet like we saw before. Seems to me it should be a better fit for this team. And
Sorry, I'm back now already.
Okay, perfect timing. I muted you for a few seconds there, but we're going to see Veronica on the offlane mag, and one of his signature heroes, Mu, Solo Mid Night Stalker, another signature for him. Eco build, rushing the bottle. Sangching, defensive tri-lane Rubik. Long DD, playing the jungle Prophet most likely, and then Hao on the Anti-Mage. So they're running a jungle Prophet. The trade is that Vici Gaming's running a jungle Enigma.
Yeah, and on VG we have XCT on the Darkseer once more. YXY on the jungling Enigma. Mid lane, SYDM, SF. And for the bottom lane we have Fenrir. After his outstanding last shot, he has to play the Shadow Demon now. And CTY on the Slardar.
CTY Slardar. This is very, very different.
I was expecting him to play the SF and
Me too.
SYDM to play the Slardar the other way around.
It seems like he's more of the farming split push type of player. It seems like that's what CTY, his skill set is best at. This is going to be interesting. How versatile of a player is he? Can he handle...
Look at how. Look at how. He just walked up the ramp like a boss.
Well, what are they going to do at level 1? They're not killing him.
Oh.
Very confident.
Yeah, he's very confident right there. He doesn't care. They know they have only a Slithering Crush that could stun him there.
Yeah, and, you know, there's no Split Earth, there's no follow-up, and both heroes placing observers on this hill. That was definitely spotted. Interesting. Will they deward it? They dropped the sentries. They're going to immediately deward this.
Enigma dropped the sentries for the Shadow Demon.
And Magnus is looking to block the small camp. He's trying to delay the jungling. He's also going to block the pole camp. Crucial illusion rune.
He should have used the illusion rune to pull the creeps from here towards the lane. It's always a bonus when you're off lane and you get illusion runes. Players always use it to block camps, but in my opinion, the more effective way to use it to maximize out is to use it as a like what people do with like bounty hunters, and just use it to pull the creep wave towards the tower.
Well, is he going to block anything in the end? He's running the illusion the long way around. He's going to go for the big camp, but it might die. 1 second left. He will block. No, he doesn't. He doesn't get the block. That was close.
Yeah, I really think he should have just used it to do creeps over. It's really wasted.
And let's see. They do know Shadow Demon's dewarding, so that's going to allow Mag to be more aggressive for a little bit. Enigma's not going to gank him without Shadow Demon here. They're not killing the Mag without the Shadow Demon arriving to the lane, so... Veronica's still going to get some experience on these first few waves.
Yeah, she could just go take the levels without worrying about too much, since they knew that the Shadow Demon would take some time to get himself back towards the bottom lane, and I think it should be a fairly easy level 2. Yeah, he already has level 2.
And, well, what do you think about what we're seeing so far? It's an offlane Darkseer against Rubik Anti-Mage.
Oh, they missed the crush. He missed the crush.
Oh, they tried to combo Veronica bottom lane. I don't know. It would have been close to see if they could kill him, but they could have done a lot more harassment with that crush.
He got the first hit. He hit on Veronica was also a bash. He skipped crush and bash.
No points in that. The early sprint I guess just wants the 1 point bash. It's good for trading blows with him in the lane.
Yeah, he needs to be able to because with Shadow Demon and Slardar in the lane, I don't think it will be too much of a hassle for the Magnus to take levels. they can't really just force him out of the lane, and it's still hard for them to kill him. It's really hard.
Hello. XTT gonna head over to the jungle. The DD spawns top. Who's gonna go for this? In comes Sangchain. Is he gonna go for the lift? Night Stalker's level 3. He had a void. They may have been able to kill him, but not opting to go for it. Now they're gonna try and contest this top rune.
He wants to contest the rune.
Yeah, don't want to get thrown up on the cliff there, and don't want to get caught out. So he's gonna back off.
Cliff.
Cliff wars. We've seen the Mono Wars. It's time for the Cliff Wars.
When you mention Cliff Wars, it's also all about one player die.
So what do you think about the trades we're seeing so far? Enigma, the faster jungler than Prophet, for sure. Both safe lanes getting pretty much, it looks like, free farm. What do you think about the trades?
Well, they give XCT a couple of waves there as well. He hurt mid lane. Are they going in? No. They gave some of the farm to the Darkseer as well, instead of giving all the neutral camps to Enigma. He's not really too high of a level right now, Enigma.
So the off lane for Tongfu, Veronica's getting a little bit more than that Darkseer. But Enigma is going to jungle faster than the Prophet, so somewhat even? Maybe slight edge to Tongfu.
I think it's because anti-match Tongfu can put the solo anti-match against the Darkseer, and he can't do much about it. And the other supports could always take more levels. Oh, XCT, why is he surge? He's trying to pull the smart little move there.
Yeah, surge. It's going to disrupt the double pull, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want the Rubik to do a double pull, and therefore the creep. There's two waves of creep stacking up, and therefore pushing the creep wave down, enabling him to get some early levels. It's really a very smart little move there.
Yeah, he says X. He's gonna cross that one out, the double pull there. I'm having fun with the drawing on the map. So the good news is SYDM not really being slowed down yet. He's actually being slightly outfarmed by Night Stalker, but that'll turn around as he starts to. Well, the
Veronica, he got stunned there, but he still managed to escape from the...
Skewers away. Here comes XTT. There's a haste from bottom. Or not XTT, YXY.
Look at the levels of the Magnus already. He's level 4. Darkseid is still level 2. That's how ineffective of VG's lane to deal with the Magnus.
The other thing is that Shadow Fiend really loves to just farm those neutrals and get them stacked up, go into the jungle at level 5 or 7. But Enigma's taking most of them. So he could accelerate his farm with that, but without it, it'll be, just even trades. And Anti-Mage is really pulling ahead here. Yeah,
it's a trade-off where you run a Enigma as a secondary support and jungle him. It's going to take away some form of farm away from the SF in mid lane.
And top lane, diving onto XTT, already treads up on Hao. XTT doesn't have a surge, he already used it, now he's getting called out. Hao isn't level 6, he doesn't need to be. First blood claimed, a long DD arrives, and now they're going to look to push. And this,
he doesn't have mana to summon his strengths.
And this, oh, that might slow it down. And Hao's dropping really low, he's got a salve though.
So this is really bad, he TP in for nothing. Slows him down a lot.
Enigma, well, he's rotating bottom, so looking to push it. They expected the group up, but without the treants, it's not going to happen. And XTT, he's going to get a full wave now.
Yeah, even though he gave up the first blood, but at least he got something going on for him. Fury wasted his time teleporting in, and he's able to get some much needed levels from this wave.
And middle lane, SYDM he throws out the raises, it's going to connect, but you could see that void spam is so obnoxious when you're a squishy hero like the Shadow Fiend. Very hard to lane against. You need to Bottle Crow, you need maybe even to Fairy and a Salve, and well, the Bottle Crowing should continue.
One more reason why he's always playing so safe and he's having a hard time dealing with the Night Stalker is because of the Fury pick.
Yes.
He always has to keep in mind that there's always the Fury that might TP over, and he can't really go too aggressive on the Night Stalker. Look at the CS, it tells you the soaring lane. SF is not denying too much of the CS from the Night Stalker, even though he's a range hero.
This Prophet, most likely we're going to see the Midas. I think that is what Long DD generally prefers. And in this kind of game, with an anti-mage split push in, Night Stalker prowling, and that Midas, the later it goes, they're going to feel comfortable heading towards the mid-game, the late game. And CTY, he's the one who's getting safe lane farm, and is keeping up. He's keeping up with anti-mage. But obviously the Slardar, in the long run, just isn't going to be able to maintain an even farm war when the Battle Fury starts to come out. So once this Slardar gets his first core item, the question is, what can he do with it? Can he find some kills? Can he pressure the towers?
I wonder if he'll go for the dagger first, like how Burning does, and go for ganks.
He is having a very good start. He's getting a bottle now, so we may see the dagger next.
Yeah, I hope so. Because without the dagger, who can help them kill the anti-mage. It's really hard to go near and kill the anti-mage. Malphite really requires the Anima to go up very close.
And even then, you can usually just start walking away and then blink out. They really need that reliable. They do have Surge into Crush though. That's something maybe they could look to use. Mid lane, they want move, but it's already nighttime. Really not the best time to try and be setting up a gank on the Night Stalker. It's not going to work.
Yeah, I remember the other day there was one game someone ganked the Night Stalker right before the night phase. That was really well timed. This wasn't well timed.
Not the ideal timing at all.
Yeah. Bottom lane.
Yeah, bottom lane, oh, Lightstalker's rotated down. It was a TP gank, and now he's coming on to CTY. CTY is sprouted up, crushes nothing, and that might encourage them to dive even further. He's surged, he's running. He will escape. Veronica getting close to level 6. And Darkseer even forced the TP in just to keep the Slaughter alive. Now onto mid lane, where Sangcheng comes in. And then looking to throw YXY back into the tower. He's taking a lot of damage. He's got Black Hole. Will he throw it out? The Mana Void is there. Not enough damage. Will they blink forward? Hal's going to jump in. YXY running towards the left. I'm not sure why he did that. The Night Stalker was coming. Maybe that's why. And now Shadow Fiend gets wiped in exchange for the Rubik. Not good trades at all. They do get the tower, though. It was not denied.
Yeah, and how he got a kill. That's very important for him to speed up his Battle Fury. So he got Treads instead of going for the raw Battle Fury. That's quite surprising. I always expect him to go for the raw Battle Fury.
Well, I guess if Slardar has that early blink and you're rushing the Battle Fury, maybe he can start killing you off, but even so.
He's still quite far away. He just has his Perseverance.
So he's gone for a little bit as far as stats go. Let's see how many. He is up against Shadow Demon. Darkseer's dropping very low to the neutrals. I wonder if we're going to see him skip that Mana Burn until later on. The wall, not that big of a deal because Darkseer's so far behind, but the disruption can be very annoying.
Yeah, sometimes players do like to save the skill point when they're going up against a Shadow Demon as anti-mage to prevent that the Mana Burn hurting you too much. But I don't think he'll even skill it past level 1 though.
Here comes Long DD, the Midas that is looking to come out. Could be Treads, but most likely it's a Midas.
He really wasted a lot of time there by TPing out. He's still level 5 at 9 minutes.
He really should have it by, well, if not by now, then in the next minute or two. And I guess he still will, but it could have been sooner.
That mistake cost him a lot. I really think he shouldn't have teleported in without mana.
The jungle Prophet often does have mana issues compared to a laning Prophet.
Yeah, but he's really slow right now. Usually you should be around level 7 at 9 minutes as a Prophet. Sometimes even 8.
And it's not like there was any pressure on him. He had his way in the jungle.
I don't think he's doing the optimal decision by moving around without accomplishing anything.
Look at these aggressive wards. Very important in the top lane to allow the AM to farm. And then also mid. It's also going to create openings for the Night Stalker and the Prophet.
Look at Samsung. He doesn't even want to buy a boost. He just wants to get all the wards, all the vision in the world for Hao.
Will they get that gem as well later on? That's something we may see with the Moon Night Stalker. He does like his Eggs gem pretty early on.
I've seen him failing the BKB rush as of late.
At some point, if the game goes late, though, he'll look to have it. And map control, I think Tongfu, they're going to have that better map control lineup if it's an even game, so...
Yeah, but I think you may be right this game because BKB doesn't really offer him too much. Slala, Amplify damage, Black Hole, the minus armor from Shadow Fiend. Yeah, BKB doesn't seem to be very effective.
We'll see. Just to dodge the Crush and the Malefice, it can be nice, though.
Well, you still take damage from the Crush if you're BKB, you just don't get stunned.
Yeah, well, not getting stunned is quite important.
Yeah, but and that's the only stun they have.
That's actually true.
That's very good. That's very good.
They're a little bit lacking when it comes to true stuns.
Malefice is like a point. Okay, it's still a stun, but
yeah,
a bit.
And CTY's up to 1900 gold. It looks like he may be rushing the blink.
Yeah, I think he's rushing the blink because that's the reason why he goes for bottom
lane. XTT gets caught, and the anti-mage ult a little bit early there. He doesn't have vacuum yet. He's so under-leveled, level 5, and gets picked off again. Long DD, his Midas is about to come. And this Darkseer is feeling like a huge liability right now. Bottom lane, Mag RP'd. The Crush is there, but it actually whiffs completely. Veronica taking a lot of damage. The Silence under the Shadow Fiend. The Black Hole was already used. Not going to be available here. Move forced to run away by the Amplified damage. Still no blink up on CTY. He's very close to it. Wow, a lot of heroes rotating bottom, and Hao's doing the smart thing. He's just pressuring top. He's not joining the fights, and he's really pulling ahead when it comes to net worth.
Did he just buy something?
He's got the Battle Fury.
Oh, he got the whole Battle Fury already.
12 minutes and treads.
I thought he was very far behind just now when he just had a perseverance.
He's got 3 kills and an assist. And did he get the tower earlier?
I think he got the tower as
Yeah.
well. There's no way he could have gotten the goal so fast.
He's going to be very far ahead. This is going to be another...
This is going anti-mage story again.
Is anti-mage going to reclaim his throne in this game?
Oh,
Here they go.
he went in a bit earlier. I think he could have killed him if his void was off cooldown there.
Here comes Moo. He's smoked up. He's just hoping that Darkseer will stay around, but he's not there. Meanwhile, oh, just some illusions hunting.
Yeah, illusions hunting down the Enigma. Oh, his black hole is cooldown. Did he use it?
Yeah,
before?
he used it. It looks like he used it bottom in the fight versus the Mag.
Yeah, the RP is down as well.
Yeah, Mag used RP and it hit too. I didn't get to see the black hole because there was other action simultaneously.
This game, the Slardar stuns are not really hitting too much. He missed already quite a few.
And ping can be a factor with Slardar. It's not the easiest stun to land. You do have to, especially against mobile lineups.
Are they lagging? Are they lagging? Can you check?
It seems good. It seems good.
Quite interested to know if they're lagging again.
Wow, Vichy Gaming, they 2-0 Tongfu in the group stage match, but they've got to win this tiebreaker. Otherwise, Tongfu control their own destiny, and Vichy Gaming, they're rooting for MUFC if that's what happens. And for anyone who is tuning in late, it's a best-of-1 format for the tiebreakers, not best-of-3.
And I wonder Tongfu will realize that they have to... They are again on the dire side and they have Furen. They have to take advantage of this, not like last game. If they don't do it again and they give away the Aegis to VG, because they have a lineup which can take it so easily with the minus armor, it will be another bad decision from Tongfu if that happens again.
Well, yeah, if Vichy Gaming are able to steal it, like you're saying. I thought you were saying if they just go for it, but Tongfu with the map control advantage right now.
Well,
sure.
what I mean was they have to make use of it and not allow VG, because if VG take it,
Right.
they can do it really quickly with the Slardar ulti and the presence of the Dark Lord.
Yeah, they can. They've got a lot of minus armor. They also have the Eidolons. And Enigma can actually solo Roche. It takes a long time, but he'll help them if they're going for it. Speaking of that Enigma, the mech is coming out very soon.
Does he have the full... How far is it?
500 away.
500 ago. Yeah, you could actually solo down the Roshan with Enigma when you're level 5.
Yeah,
but it takes some time.
It takes quite a while, but you can
And
do it.
A lot of micro as well.
It's a great thing to do in a pub game, but in a pro game, it's very risky, and even if you can do it, it's a big trade-off. Your team's not going to be able, you're not going to be able to come to help them for quite a while.
I think it takes approximately about more than 1 minute, 2 minutes or so.
Which is a really long time, because especially against Night Stalker. That's a good chunk of the night.
If you're doing it and it's almost done, and you're unlucky, someone just passed by, catch you doing it with low HP, and you basically give away the rush and all the levels and all the time wasted on it.
Moo and Sangchain are hoping that Darkseer is going to show up top, and he will oblige, patiently waiting on the sidelines here. Here comes the wraparound momentarily. They're going to go on XTT. It's daytime now. Oh, maybe they're not then. Just missing the opening, not just going to walk in.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're going to find a trade-off on bottom.
Yeah, they want to go in on Veronica. There's the Blink Dagger. It's just been revealed. Soul Catcher doesn't land on him. Does that matter? They're chasing. He's purged. He will drop here. They can crush whoever TP's in, perhaps. They don't have the Black Hole, though. They're going to be forced to run away. Disruption on Moo. He doesn't have his ultimate. VG should get out safely. But while this was happening, the top tower fell. Night Stalker actually got the last hit. So, a decent trade from Tongfu, getting a tower for one hero. Blinking by CTY, but no mana for the crush. Oh, the mana issues this game.
Top lane, top lane.
Simultaneously top lane. Wow, SYDM living up to 1,400 gold. And this is another game where, I mean, do we see the BKB? Maybe he just goes for that Shadow Blade. I feel like they need someone who can be more of a presence on the map along with the Slardar.
I think Shadow Blade would definitely be a better option here because he can use it to pick off the Furen, and Shadow Blade enables him to have an escape mechanism early on, so he don't have to worry too much about being ganked.
And if he wants to go for it, he could buy the bigger components. So
yeah, he's going for it. He's going for it. Claymore.
There you go. This is going to be an important opportunity for them. Once this comes out, and maybe the Slardar has some components for his BKB, which most likely we'll see him rush at this point, they can start to find some pickoffs around the map. Even the Anti-Mage, if he gets crushed, amplified, and Shadow Fiend is there to unload from Shadow Blade, they may be able to burst him down until that Manta style is complete.
Yeah, and How would be doing a lot of split pushing. It's very difficult for him to join the fights with the hero pool being so. There's a lot of counters towards him: Shadow Demon, Slala, SF, and I think that it's going to be a story about whether he makes the right call, when to join the fight, when not to join the fight.
We've seen some players. We saw CTY really struggled with that. We've seen
And Tutu as well.
and
from
Tutu from
Fallout.
For Love, and Tutu being, of course, a little bit more experienced. But even those more experienced players can struggle with finding the right decisions or making the right decisions.
You have to put into account that the stress factor that comes in during
Yeah.
a LAN event.
It's a lot. It's a lot of prestige. It's a lot of money on the line at this tournament, and it's a tough format. It's not double elimination, even in the playoffs. So the whole way through, it's going to be very unforgiving.
Sansheng is buying nothing but wards. He got a ward sentry. Look at the wards on the map. Ward sentry. He has nothing, just the boots.
He's so very poor. He could be food in the mid game.
Yeah, but he's doing it because he wants to give all the vision for. Okay, it's still gonna be a fight.
They're gonna go in. Here's the demonic purge. They want Sangshade down quickly. He does have. He's stolen the soul catcher. Link it from CTY. There's your crush. There's your skewer. On two. RP catching them, but the black hole is here. Not enough. Counter RP stolen by the Rubik. Oh boy, that was a no team wipe. Team wipe triple for Hal. Can you say disaster?
That was actually their own RP. The Rubik can't steal from your own teammate.
Oh yeah, I'm getting the teams mixed.
Roshan time. Okay, they're picking it.
Yikes.
Don't make the same mistake, Tongfu.
Oh man, and they've got the haste from bottom on the Night Stalker. He's very tanky. They're not going for it though.
Why they're not going for it? They just pinged it and they're not going for it.
I guess they decide to play it safe. The black hole was used as well. I mean, there's no wall at this point. There's really nothing to stop them.
Yeah, they're very underfarmed. The rest of VG's heroes. Dux is really low level. And I'm really surprised that he didn't even try to skill. Yeah, but he needs a lot of levels on the vacuum. But he's still too low level to skill even one point on the wall.
Ay.
They're pinging now Roche because they see all of VG grouping up at top.
This is a strategic mistake, I feel. I guess maybe they can't fight anyway, but showing 4 top, that's the easiest Roche of Tongfu's life.
They should have just at least maybe smoked and not show their faces first, and so that Tongfu is still worried about the Roche, but they're not going for it.
Wow, so scared. I'm not sure what they're doing. It seems they're very intimidated from the first 2 games. They're just very worried about making any mistakes. That Roshan pit, it was bad for them in the last series, but this is a different game.
Right? It's so safe right now. I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're just scared because of the last game where they got 4-man RP'd, but there's no Magnus on VG. The Black Hole's on cooldown. There's really nothing to worry about. And you see all these heroes top. You know they're not contesting it. I guess maybe they'll go back for it later. They're going to get the tier 1 bottom. Wow, such safe, overly safe play from Tongfu.
Overly safe by them. It's really... I don't know. Maybe they're just worried about something bad happening again.
This is going to hurt. They can start to give cleave to Hal. And with that RP, oh boy. They're
taking a trade now.
I don't think you want to be trading versus VG Gaming. You just want to be taking and not giving.
Yeah, because you're having an advantage now. You want to take and not give anything to the opponent. Oh, they're going in. Territory. Base trade.
Base trade. 18 minutes in. We gotta see Tongfu. Or VG Gaming back off here. They will. Well, it does.
Roshan time.
Yeah, with all these TPs back, do they go for Roche?
Oh, surging forward. Is he going to catch someone with the destruction?
He's scouting it out with the Shadow Poison. Can he get a range? They need one more Surge, I think. XTT actually getting blocked there. CTY's on the hunt. Long DD running for his life. Are they going to turn around? The RP is back up. The mech is there. Long DD could be counter initiative. Nope, they're just leaving him to the Wolves. And he'll melt. And now the Roshan is not going to happen.
Leaving him to the shark.
Leaving him to the Angry Fish Man. I don't know if that's a species.
Leaving him to Sharky.
Sharky. Are we going to get a flavor name for our Slardar now? So Shadow...
Yeah, because if you translate Sharky's name into Chinese directly, his name actually means Slada. It's the same name.
Yeah, you said that yesterday, and it was funny because then they picked Slardar in their game. And he wasn't using his name in English, he was using it in Chinese.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like very funny.
So
because his name is Hero.
So they got the Shadow Blade on the Shadow Fiend. The BKB is next in line for Enigma. He's still got to be... I don't know if this is really a BKB game. You're up against Mana Void, you're up against Rubik, who can steal your Black Hole, and the RP. There's a lot of ways to cancel it anyway. Plus, he could even... Is there anything... No, I guess that's it. He can't steal anything that would cancel it, aside from the Black Hole.
I think it would be better for him to go for other items like you mentioned, because BKB doesn't really help too much here.
I'm not sure. This is... I mean, maybe just the default item, but maybe not the right one this game.
He just wants to be having a better success rate with his BKB on the Black Hole, because it still stops the telekinesis, the Void from the Night Stalker, these two spells, which could easily cancel his Black Hole.
I want to mention, VG 5-man smoked, but they have absolutely no vision.
This is what I'm saying. Oh no, Tongfu.
Oh, is VG or Tongfu gonna realize this in time? It's gonna melt really quickly with the amplifier. Oh, they've been spotted, it looks like, by the wards here. Are they gonna come in time? No, it's dropping really fast. It's gonna drop too soon. And SYDM is gonna... No, CTY picks it up. CTY with the Aegis. And will they fight now?
Yeah, they made them pay for not going for the Roshan.
And Moo, he did rush the BKB, even though there's a lot of ways to deal with it. He's got a gem up as well. Once he gets that Ags, he will have the map control, but... Like you said, Vici Gaming, second...
Long DD.
Long DD. Does he want to fight here, though? Is this the right play? And in comes the Night Stalker, focusing on Fenrir. He can't disrupt himself because he's silenced. He's getting focused down. He'll drop first. He'll be forced to run away. Anti-Mage thinks about a blink forward, but not going to. Giving up a Shadow Demon for Roche Jack, not a bad trade.
Long DD, so low level. It's still 9 level at 21 minutes as the Furion.
He's really strong. Even a CS, 64. He's behind the... How hard was the Darkseer shutdown? Long DD's behind him.
Oh man, why is he so poor? I don't understand.
What?
He doesn't even have any pressure in the early phase. He was just farming all the time.
Well, he TP'd, but like you said, it wasn't pressure because there were no treants. And then when he came in, the second time it didn't matter. It's trying to create pressure, but not succeeding at doing so.
He's really being not very inefficient with his jungling.
Maybe needs to watch a few tutorials, Long DD.
But he used to be one of the very efficient junglers from the Chinese scene. He plays jungling heroes really efficiently.
Yeah, we talked about it, the Chen as well. Something he used to play quite a bit of.
Maybe just a bad game for him for making... He made a couple of bad decisions that slowed his farm down.
I mean, he got replaced as the drafter, it looks like. At least he's not in the captain spot. This can affect your mental state.
Yeah, if he really takes it that hard to him, it could really affect his decision making. I really hope he gets away as soon as he can.
There's no time to be, on tilt right now. This is for all the marbles. Tongfu, they're ahead, but they gotta win this thing.
You can't let something that happened before trouble you in the following matches. It's gonna be very bad for his team if he goes on like this.
The good news is Hao is fat as all hell. He's got a Manta, a Battlefree, and a Vlad's. And they may have to minus armor, but is it going to be enough? There's going to come that point once the heart comes out, where Tongfu start looking to siege this. They could split push a little bit more, but there comes that point where you just want to group up and start sieging out the base.
I think Tongfu, they shouldn't have put themselves in the position where the Aegis is on VG's side. Because they did it twice in a row.
Also, it's the second nighttime when this happens, so now... It's that second nighttime largely being wasted, where if they look to get aggressive, it's very likely to be turned around against them.
I think if they want to win this game, it's going to be a hard-fought game for them, because SF and Sada will be very dealing a lot of damage towards the AM later on, or top lane.
Top lane, Long DD's being hunted. He's a bit under-leveled, he's a bit squishy. And SYDM looking to channel the Rick Whip. Oh, Long DD runs away. He smelled something there. Now he TP's forward, and they look to pick off SYDM, who is sentry. Now he's silenced. He's trying to run away with the Shadow Blade. There's no escaping from the gem. Just for good measure, they throw it on the sentry. Why not?
Oh, he was so lucky. He was just trying to run away from the neutral creeps from hitting him after he Midas, and he was actually at the perfect time.
Didn't want to tank them with his hero.
Oh my god.
Dodges. Even then though, it looked like the Shadow Fiend was gonna die. Even if he got that kill.
Because the Rubik and Night Stalker was so close by.
This is the thing though, is he's trying to find solo kills. He's not hunting with the Slardar. The Slardar's trying to farm his BKB. These two are much stronger when they're together than they are individually.
Yeah, when you stack both of the minus armors up, it really becomes such a huge weapon where you can use to assassinate any of the heroes really quickly.
It's very hard to be aggressive when it's nighttime and you're up against the Night Stalker with a gem. And the other thing, we've talked about it many times with this VG team, where are the wards?
I think they got dewarded by the gem. Didn't
They have a set of observers right now on the Shadow Demon, which haven't been placed. He's had these for at least a minute or two.
Yeah, he was just worried because Shadow Demon is extremely vulnerable towards Night Stalker.
Yeah.
If you're a Shadow Demon, if you don't see the Night Stalker on the map, it's really risky for you to go around warding.
Here come the Pain's bottom. They want CTY. Here comes the Night Stalker. He's going to look to go on this. The Courier's in a lot of trouble. One chop, two chops, down it goes. And that's a big win for them. Nothing on the Courier, but nonetheless.
Consolation prize for not getting the Slaughter.
Good news for Slaughter that his no items were... Or wait, what's his Mithril Hammer
I think
on
his
it?
bottle, his bottle or something.
I thought he had his Mithril Hammer. Maybe it was on the Courier. Oh, if that's the case...
he got all his mana burned by the illusions.
I want to say his Mithril Hammer was actually on it.
Is there any way to check what's on the Courier?
Someone said if you press the Courier hotkey, but... Oh, no, it looks like...
Yeah. Press the Courier hotkey.
Bracer.
Yeah, I see it. It's a Mitchell hammer and a bottle.
Oh, wait,
I see
what
it
am
now.
I looking at? Oh, yeah.
Are
I was
you
looking at
looking
the wrong
at the wrong
Courier.
Courier?
Wrong Courier, yeah. There we go. Yeah, so it is the Mithril Hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big loss then. I thought it was actually... He ran past the Courier. The Courier tried to meet him, but he sort of outstripped it. So it didn't actually find him. It should have delivered to him, but... Just the way he was retreating. Wow. No BKB for another 2 minutes. And he actually isn't gonna... Looks like he's not gonna finish it before then anyway.
He's going... Oh, he's only 200 short of the BKB.
The Courier's still just flailing around on the ground.
How is going to be a huge boss right now.
Up to 3.5k, and this is what you like to see. Farm the enemy jungle, and then push that bottom lane whenever they try to come... rotate away. Hunting...
How should make all the good decision? Oh, they got a pick off.
Hasted Night Stalker with the Prophet ultimate. That's a big kill.
And Prophet has Scepter. It's gonna be very painful.
Well, the farming issues are gonna start to dissipate for Long DD. He's catching up.
Yeah, but he really shouldn't be that behind after that start, and he was free farming all the time.
Yeah, you're right. Oh wow, BKB from Anti-Age, not going for the heart. You're up against Bash, Amplify Damage, Demonic Purge, and Black Hole, and the Midas Armor.
He doesn't want to get disrupted. That's the main thing of the behavior.
We'll have to see. With this item, you get the BKB to go fight. When are they going to fight? It looks like they're Roshan.
Joining the fight doesn't seem like to be the best choice for him.
So then is the BKB really the right item? You're not joining the fight. Why get a BKB?
If he gets a BKB, it means that he wants to join the fight. I'm saying that it might not be the best thing. Because he could still die really easily if they chain their stuns really well with the Black Hole and Amplify damage on. He could still die in a matter of seconds.
I gotta bring this up again. There's still no wards on the map for Vici Gaming. They're not even trying to place them.
Probably they're just worried that...
And now the Aghanims for Moo. Moo's gonna have his Aghs.
Oh, he's so big.
Aghs, BKB, Gem. Good luck ever having vision. It's much worse than the Beastmaster.
Kill him before you can get a new vision.
It's gonna be hard to kill him. He's very tanky. And this is where Slaughter really falls off, is he's not a good farming hero. He's a mid-game initiator, he's a pressure hero, he's a clashing hero. He's not a farmer, and CTY is just not really finding openings to clash. He's trying to farm. I don't know that he has another option, but this is not the role that Slaughter wants to be in.
Yeah, because you have nothing that helps you farm, and you want guys joining fights as much as you can, using all your spells to their maximum potential. His spells aren't really built to farm. It's more built to join combats and small skirmishes.
And is that something that, well, it's a different role for CTY from what we've seen him play.
That's why
can he make
I have
it
to
work?
agree with that at the start when you said that you were quite surprised that he was playing the Slaughter.
I don't know. I don't know if he would have done better on the Shadow Fiend, but it does seem like it suits a farming-oriented player like him, a split-pushing kind of player. A player who's not fighting with his team for most of the game. That's the only role we've seen him in until now.
Yeah, because Slaughter suits more like the Beastmaster player on the team, and SYDM is the Beastmaster player.
They could have run Slaughter mid as well. He actually matches up pretty well against Night Stalker. We never.
Oh, Slaughter Yeah, Salah does really well against Night Stalker. I also forgot to mention it.
Yeah, we never discussed in the laning stage, but especially if you bottle Crow, you can just constantly... It's almost like being a Panda, where you can just walk up and crush and start auto-attacking. It's actually quite difficult for the Night Stalker.
P9 star, Water Cross, Salah mid lane.
That's how they play it, yeah. And similar to like a Dragon Knight in some ways as well.
The map hack is on for Tongfu. Oh, he just turned morning.
As soon as you say that, it's off. Are you rooting for Vici Gaming? I think I just found out which team you're a fan of. You turned off the map pack.
Why is he putting sentries down when they have a gem?
Yeah, they did it. They did it earlier top. They did it earlier top for the Shadow Fiend.
They're making some jobbings right now.
They want to go for a wrap around bottom. House
the
waiting.
Aegis is coming out soon. I mean the Roshan, sorry.
Yeah, it's been down, and it's gonna be tough to contest this. Having that BKB is gonna help in this Roshan clash. Also, Hal almost has his next item. We'll probably see that Eagle Horn soon. He may need to save for buyback to make sure they get Rosh though.
Oh, they have to go and fight this right now because Tongfu are going to split push with their heroes and they would have the better opportunity to go for Rosh being placed on the dire side.
And they already used that smoke, and now they're forced to back off.
Oh, they're going in. They're not going to repeat the same mistake.
So we've got a BKB up on Enigma as well as Slardar. As we talked about, not really the best game for BKBs on either side when it comes to just ensuring that you can use your abilities.
Everyone is still getting BKBs.
They're still getting them. It's still a good item, even if it doesn't block everything. And Roche is just going to drop. They have to know this is going on. They're looking for it. YXY, blink into the black hole. Will we see it? He's going to scout things out. The E just picked up. Moo grabs it. Now they jump onto YXY. BKB coming out. Wants to assassinate the Enigma. There's your black hole. And it's stolen by Sangshade as the RP flies out. They're black holing them towards the Roshan pit. Vacuum in into the RP. Oh boy. Tongfu just overwhelming Vici Gaming. Vici Gaming slow to fight there. And with the E just being up, it really seems like it was not a good moment to go in. Now Fenrir's getting caught. He actually TPs away to safety, but the damage was already done.
Oh, that was one of the very weird fights I've seen. All the black holes and the river society at this choke point here. It was a bit of
it was a very odd black hole, but it worked.
Odd doesn't matter for Sunshine. He just wants it to work. Steal it and use it and make it work.
And with that, I don't know if they don't have the black hole anymore. Without the big ultimates, that's gonna favor Vici Gaming, and they tapped out. Wow, so it's now out of Vici. They 2-0 Tongfu in the group stage match, but when it counts here in the tiebreaker, they can't get it done. And now MUFC are the only thing that stands between Tongfu and advancement. And the last time those two teams fought, it was Tongfu who got the upper hand.
Are they going to start right now?
Well, I guess we have a little break because I assume MUFC has to get set up, but yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this best out of one. Guys, it's a three-way tiebreak, so because Tongfu wins this game, they play MUFC, the one team we haven't seen yet in the tiebreak out of those three teams that are tied. If Tongfu wins the next game, they advance. If they lose the next game, then MUFC plays Vici Gaming, and if MUFC loses that, then we have another three-way tie. If they win that, then MUFC advances. Those are all the possibilities for the tiebreakers. I'm LD, he's Winter, and we're hanging in here along with Tongfu, who, after a bad start in the group stage match today, they keep the dream alive, and they now control their own destiny again. Can they close the deal this time? We'll find out soon. Stay tuned for more action from G League Season 2.